Can you tell the difference between Jadeite Jade and Nephrite Jade? This is Nephrite Jade, and this is Jadeite Jade of a comparable price. Jadeite Jade has a wide range of color and translucency, so it doesn't always look like this example here. Additionally, Nephrite Jade also ranges in colors other than just green. Sometimes it may be easy to distinguish Jadeite Jade from Nephrite Jade, but not always to the untrained eye. This is green Canadian Nephrite Jade with crystal inclusions in the stone that may be graphite or concentrations of iron or chromium. These inclusions would be unusual to see in Jadeite Jade and can therefore be a good indicator that this is nephrite. Aside from just the fact that this is a very nephrite color, Jadeite Jade has a more granular than fibrous texture and can sometimes be identified by the visibility of crystal faces without magnification. This bangle doesn't have noticeable crystal faces on the surface, but the overall texture seen due to its crystal size is an indicator that it's Jadeite Jade. So basically, the appearance looks like Jadeite Jade aside from just color. In a translucent Jadeite Jade bangle, you won't see noticeable crystal faces that may be described as looking like sugar or salt. This is a much more valuable translucent Jadeite Jade with a glassy luster, and you wouldn't ever see nephrite that looks like this. Now what about this bangle? Do you know if this is Nephrite Jade or Jadeite Jade? This is Nephrite Jade, but as you can see, it is a different color and doesn't have the distinct crystal inclusions. We'll discuss how to distinguish black Jadeite Jade from black Nephrite Jade later in the video. The more you've seen Nephrite Jade and Jadeite Jade, the easier it will be for you to tell the difference. Nephrite Jade is more abundant and has a long history in China, but it actually comes from all over the world. Green Nephrite Jade tends to have earthy tones in the green to brown to black range, but nephrite can also be yellow to brown or yellow to orange to red, and most notably, opaque white. Origin might influence the color of the Nephrite Jade. For instance, most white Nephrite Jade on the market is from China or Russia, and white Nephrite Jade does not come from British Columbia, Canada, which is known for its green Nephrite Jade. Some Nephrite Jade, though it is rare, is chatoyant, meaning it exhibits the cat's eye effect. Some Nephrite Jade is a light yellow to brown, almost white, and some Nephrite Jade is opaque and colorless. Jadeite Jade can range drastically in quality, from commercial quality like this to medium quality like this, and even far beyond fine quality like this. Jadeite Jade comes in a wide range of colors, many of which are not seen in Nephrite Jade. Most importantly, Jadeite Jade in high qualities is known for its translucency and inner glow that exceeds the finest, most translucent Nephrite Jade. Just be warned that a large volume of Jadeite Jade being sold on the market is heavily treated, so it's important to shop with a seller that you trust to ensure quality and value. This is icy Jadeite Jade with watery green and lavender colors. The translucency of this bangle actually makes it tougher than some jade bangles. Translucency is caused by a tighter and smaller internal microstructure. Comparatively, this bangle has a larger microstructure and might have more space between the individual crystals, meaning that the icy, watery green and lavender jade bangle would be harder to break than the more opaque green and white mottled bangle. Keep in mind, all jade is still jewelry and should be handled with respect and care. And even though Nephrite Jade and Jadeite Jade are two of the toughest gemstones in the world, that doesn't mean that they should be thrown at brick walls or dropped on concrete floors. Always be careful with your jewelry, no matter what the stone or metal. Guatemalan blue Jadeite Jade might sometimes look similar to blue Nephrite Jade due to the gray, greenish-blue color. However, high translucency can be an indicator of Jadeite Jade, and once you've seen both stones, it's pretty easy to tell them apart. It can be very difficult to tell the difference between black Jadeite Jade and black Nephrite Jade, especially in photos and videos. If the black jade has some translucency, the trained eye might be able to detect differences that can indicate stone type. While Jadeite Jade, as a rule, can take a higher polish than Nephrite Jade, knowing this might not help in identification. The jade might not have been polished well by the carver, or you might not have a properly identified stone on hand to compare side by side to the jade in question. Black jadeite jade is typically more expensive than black nephrite jade, so a suitable alternative for the jadeite jade shopper might be to consider gray jadeite jade, which is closer in price to black nephrite jade. It's important to note that while price can certainly be an indicator of stone type, and in the case of jadeite jade, whether the stone is treated or not, both nephrite jade and jadeite jade come in a wide array of prices. In a U.S. jewelry store, you can find both nephrite jade and jadeite jade for $100 or $20,000. White nephrite jade carvings in China can fetch even higher prices than that, and imperial jadeite jade can be $50,000, $100,000, even $1 million. Price is determined by the quality of the stone, but the nuances of a jade stone's particular quality factors can be very difficult to grasp in a photo or video. This lavender jadeite jade bangle is around $1,200, and this lavender jadeite jade bangle is around $5,600. Side by side, you can see why. The bangle on the right has a much richer, more lavender color, and the one on the left has more of a gray, muted lavender tone. They are both beautiful, but have a considerable price difference, despite both being lavender jadeite jade. Quality and therefore value can range drastically for each color of jade. You can learn more about jadeite jade value factors on other videos on my channel. The links are in the description. Choosing between nephrite jade and jadeite jade is a personal choice depending on your taste and, frankly, whether or not the piece itself speaks to you, regardless of stone type or origin. There is no wrong choice when shopping for natural jade.